So the next thing we are going to do here is to get started with the NavBar. Okay. All right. Let's get started with that. So we're going to start. So there are two parts here. There's this left part, which has the logo, and the menu part, right? So I'm going to be creating two divs inside of my NavBar section, one for the logo and one for the menu, right? So let's do that. So in this nav section, I'm going to create two divs. So this first, sorry, it's a mistake. Okay. All right. So this first div, so I'm going to use a lot of comments because I want it to be pretty clear and easy to work with. Right. So this other section will be menu. Okay. So this looks good. All right. So what do we start with? I'm going to use an image tag to get this logo, right? So I'm going to use my img tag. So when I click on this, it comes up. So let's import that. So one of the easy ways to import, which is a shortcut I use, is to hold your control, press it down and click on space right at the middle of this where you want to import it into, right? The middle of this quotation mark here. Put your mouse there, press down your control button, then tap on your space bar. So when I do that, it will give me the folder, right? The folder here, right? So where is the image? The image I want is in this image folder. So I'll go there to show me all the images here. So here's the image I'm looking for. Yeah, this is it. So you can try to rename it if you want. So this group 12 is the logo. So when I click on that, it has imported it already. So I'm gonna save this. Yeah, let's try opening this on live server. Yeah, so this is my logo. It looks good. The next thing I'm going to do here is to let me add an alternate logo icon. Okay. So I'm going to add the text. I'm going to make this an H3 text here. So I'm going to call this lilies. Right, cool. All right. So let's add some styling to this. So I'm going to call this. Let's give this a class of lefts. So I'm going to call this lefts. So this menu section, I'm going to give it a class of right. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is let's create a styles dot CSS. Okay. All right. So I'm going to link it. I'm going to link this type link here. So I'm linking CSS. Click on this. So this is styles. So I need to add an S here. So they are now linked together. So this is my styles.css. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put this side by side. So the way to do that is to give it a display flex. So first of all, let's so I'm gonna separate my screen now. So I'm going to add style.css there. Let's take it away from here. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, we're starting from. So first of all, this nav section, I'm gonna pick nav. Okay. So this nav has two parts, which is this and this. So I'm going to use a display flex. I think I should just do the second part first. I think that makes sense. So this right part, we have this. So I'm going to use a UL, and I'm going to use an list tag here. So the first thing here is the home. So I'm going to type in home here. Then the next thing here is login. Right. Then I'm going to add a button here. So let me take it out. A button. So in this button, I'm going to type sign up. Uppercase. Yeah. So that's that for that. So I'm going to save this. Let's see how it looks. So everything is on the same line. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run a display flex on the nav, right? So the nav takes everything, which is this. So I'm going to run a display flex here. Okay. So in this nav, I'm going to say display flex. So let's see. Okay. So you can see these are two parts. They are placed side by side. That's what display flex does. So I'm also going to add another flex attribute, which is justify content. So I'm going to use space between. Okay, so they are now placed, giving space between. Let's add some padding. So some padding. I'm gonna use 2 EM top, 4 EM for the side. But before you do this, you have to remove all those initial setup. Okay. Initial styling that comes with it. So let's do that. So I'm gonna remove all the initial margins, make them 0. Then initial padding, make it 0. And lastly, box sizing, border box. Okay. So this is what we have currently. So I'm going to start with this left part. I want to put them side by side, right? Yeah. So let's do that. So I'm going to work on this logo part, which is the left. Okay. So what I'll do, I will take nav and take the class name of left. So it's a class, so I'm going to use dot. All right. So this is a div, and I'm going to say display flex so that the image and the text will be side by side, right? So I'm going to say display flex, yeah. Let's see how that looks. Oh, they are side by side, but I want them to be close to each other, just like this. It should be at the middle. So what does that is align items. Align items, put them on the same level. Align items center. Okay, center. Okay, the next thing I will do is I work on this text, but I also love to give it this background color, right? So let's pick on that. I'll go to inspect. So I highlighted this background color, and it gave me the width and the height, then the color, but I'm not interested with this background color, right? So I'm going to copy this. Since this covers everything, I'm going to give this body, well, I say the body now. I'm going to give this parts this color, right? I can pick out the body though. So let's use body anyways. Let's see body. Okay. So I copied that already. So I'm just gonna paste it. So I already copied this background color. So this is one of the advantages of Figma. It gives you the exact color. You don't have to start looking for it or guessing. You just copy and use, right? Cool. So if I save these and let's see, now everything is green, all green. Okay. So what next? Let's work on this text. Let's give it a proper color, the right color, which is this. So I'm going to click on lilies, right? So it's going to give me all the CSS attributes here. So you can see the color is white, the line height, the exact font size, 36 pixel, the font weight, you can see stick, then all of this. So I can just copy all of this here. So I'm gonna create another one here. Nav dot left, then H3. So it's an H3 tag. What I'm doing here, I'm picking the nav, which is the tag here. Then I'm picking the class that's taking all of this, which is dot left. Then I'm picking the tag I want to style, right? Okay. So I'm just going to paste what I copied from Figma here. Let's align that. So when I save, you should see a difference. So this is bigger. So I'm going to put some margin here. So there will be a space between the logo and this. So let's do that. So I'm going to say margin left, margin left. So should I use how many pixel? Let's do 16. Let's see how 16 looks like. Fair enough. Yeah, another thing I would love to do is to use this exact font. So I'll go to Google Fonts. So let me type Google Fonts here. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I'll just click on this. Okay, click on fonts. Okay, so I'm going to look for it. So one thing Figma does is it gives you the font type, right? So if you see here, click on any of the fonts, you see the font type. So the name of this font family is Poppins, right? So they are all Poppins. So I'm going to download Poppins. So I'll search for Poppins. Okay, so just click on that. Okay. So let's scroll down. So I'm going to add what I want. So I will start from 400 regular. Okay. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to add more. I'm going to add, let's do 600. You do 500 too. So I'm going to do 700 also because I saw that. I think I'm fine. Okay. So all I need to do, I'm going to choose this link. So I'm just going to copy all of this, or you can hit this button here, right? Do that, and I'm going to paste it at the top here. Yeah, I've done that. I've pasted it here. You can see it. So let's align this a bit. So when I save and go back to my code, you can see now it's now looking exactly like this. Okay. Yeah, so we're done with this left part. So let's go to the right part, which is this part. So yeah, this is the way it is right now. So you're going to style it and make it look exactly like this. Okay. So let's go to our code. Okay. So we are going to this right menu part now. So let's style that. So I'm gonna say now dot right, which is the name of the class here. Then let's work on the UL part. So let's do that. So I'm going to give this a display flex. Yeah, so that they can be side by side. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Then before that, I'm going to work on nav dot right first. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just do a display flex here also, so that body buttons and everything will be side by side. Okay. The button is very big. I'm going to align center, align items center. Okay, they're now centered now. Sorry, it's looking black and all that. So yeah, you can barely see this. So let's do more styling. Let's go to Figma and get the right styling. So I'm going to click on home. It's going to give me everything details, right? So I'm going to use this white. So let's copy all of this. Notice I don't usually copy this width and top position because these are not really necessary for text, right? Width and height you rarely use. I've not seen someone use width and height for text. It's usually used for images. Usually change the height width of text using font sizes, right, which is here. So that's why for text, usually go with this bottom part. Okay, so I'm just going to take that and I'm going to target this, right, the list, because that's where the home and login are, which is the styling we are targeting here. So how do we do that? So I'm going to use now, then I'll target the class, which is dot right. Now target the URL, yeah, which URL. Then target the list tags, which is li. So I'm just going to paste what I copied for the list tags. So I don't need this. So I'm just going to cut it away. So when I save, let's see what happens. Yeah, you can see that text is now up. So I'll do 2 more styling. I'll give like a margin, right? So I'm going to do a margin right here, so that there'll be a space. You can see they are all jammed together. So I'm going to say margin right. So let's see how 10 pixel looks like. It's not enough. So I'm going to do 20. Let's do 30. Fair enough. Then all of these list tags here, I want to take them off. You can see there's something like that on the design. I'm even extend it to 40, but let's take that off. And I'll do 40 itself. Then I'm gonna say list tag, list style. So list style, we want to take away all the style from the list. So I'm going to say none. So don't give me any list style. All these dots, I don't want them. All right? Take them away. That's what this does. I see it's gone away. And I feel that spacing is too much. You don't think so? Or is it okay? So let me also tell you 5. So 4. Okay. Yeah, so I think this looks good so far. Let me close this. The next thing I'm going to do is this button. So let's style it. So how do you style this button? I'm just going to click on it, and it's going to give me all the attributes. You give me the width, the height. I don't need this top left. Switch for position. So you will most likely ignore this position absolute while using it. Okay. So I'm just going to copy everything, and I'm going to take what I need from there. So how do we get our button? Our button is inside this nav and inside this right section, not inside this URL. It's outside. So I'm just trying to show you how to target your styles, your class, and all that. So sorry, this should be dot right, then button. Okay. So I already copied all of these, so I'm just going to paste it here. Okay. So I need the width of the button. I need the height. I don't need position, absolute. I'm not doing that. I don't need top and left. So I'll take that out. I think I need the others. So when you save this, let's see how it looks. Boom, this is how it looks. But you can see the text here is not looking like it, right? So I'm going to click on this text. Initially I clicked on just the button, which I've taken the styles. I'm going to click on the text inside the sign up text to give me the style for that also. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it on the same button, right? Let's do that. Cool. So I like taking away this. So we have that here now. So when I save this, it should look much better now. Yeah, this is looking exactly like this. Okay. So I think we are done with the navbar already. Look of things, navbar is looking good, right? Perfect.